And that particular beat was supposed to be the one that would take you to the etheric plane or a mystical plane whereby high teachers could come and join you, and you would travel together, but you wouldn't be caught in the astral plane, and you could do good works. So that would be a drum beat that many of us would use at night before we went to sleep.
known about him.
You feel like at home, you feel like you are out of Montreal, you feel like you are in a hot place. Like it breaks the routine of life in Montreal. It gives you different ambience and different feeling that you are like somewhere you feel more free. Girls, boys dancing together, having fun, feeling more, more free.
I love this drum circle because there were so many people who had a talent and experience with drumming. You swam in the energy. It was just wonderful.
My name is Diane Smith, and I am the great-great-granddaughter of Joe from the Iroquois Nation and Hannah Gilbert. And I'm a drum painter, among other things. Of course, I don't earn my living being a drum painter. I also own an antique gallery in Gettysburg. show you the top of it because there's a dragon.
Good.
This one, so you can get it better. That's the communications. So that whatever we say is forever in the universe. These are their words. And then this is where they go out into the universe. So the moral is to speak only goodness and kindness. That's what lingers in the universe as the gods had intended, not a bunch of nasty stuff. These are drums that I've sold that are already gone, but these are cards that I make, and then on the back is the story of each one so that people know what the drums represent. There's probably 50 different tribes.
Tell me about your experience with drumming and what you like about it.
I have probably participated in some drumming for about 26 years. Not that I'm a good drummer, but I've been in places where there were drumming circles and I've enjoyed it. And at the beginning, it was at a Unitarian church that had maybe 20 really good drummers. And then there were the rest of us. I loved doing that, and my first experiences of it were outside by a campfire in the back of the Unitarian Universalist Church. I don't know, there was a sense of community, there was a sense of being able to play an instrument. At that point, the only thing I knew how to play was a recorder. There was a hypnotic effect to the whole process. Earthlight Institute out in the country where I lived, we would have once a month full moon campfires, and very often we'd have some drummers come.
How did it make you feel when you were drumming? What did it feel like?
It felt like you were being energized. On the other hand, sometimes I would drum on my own to just like a heartbeat sound, and that would be very calming. I had met a woman in the mid-'80s, Cynthia Gale, and she was a ceremonial artist, and she talked about how she recovered from MS using very strong drum beats like from rock and roll music, and her body could respond to the sound of the drumming. And that caught my attention, and then I spent some time at some women's ceremonies with Twyla Nitsch over in Silver Creek, New York. And she was grandmother of the Wolf Clan of the Seneca Nation. And we would always drum there. And there we would also dance in a very simple way. When there's three or more strong drummers, and I can drum for a long period of time, let's say that would be anywhere from 30 minutes to hours, 3 hours. My consciousness alters. It is more energetic than just being in a silent meditation. I think you must make extra endorphins or something. It's very hypnotic. It's very soothing. It feels like it's making a bridge between different dimensions. Maybe at the time of the harmonic convergence, there was a big Native American ceremony that the Native Americans didn't show up, and I ended up running it or channeling it.
Did you have experience with people like rainbow people or people who call themselves hippies doing drum circles? More neo-pagan Wicca, that sort of thing?
The closest I've actually had of that is when we were in Montreal at the Big Tom Tom. There is a group near here in Sherman, New York, but it's always been rather big and also in drinking and using some drugs, and I wasn't interested in that part of it.
And they called themselves hippies or neo-pagans?
Yeah, or rainbow people.
They called themselves all three of those?
I heard them call themselves rainbow people.
Show up in the middle.
There are certainly many people who and nobody is collected data. We don't put these, and then we were asking for some demographics, but we don't. She can make it, like obviously we created a network place. So what does spiritualists say, and right, what would we say?
These rhythms, as far as my relationship to them go, don't come from a particular tradition. I've been told that I've been in many traditions in many lifetimes, and this time I'm not to align with a particular tradition. Energy will make its way around the circle, and a couple other people will get a little thrown off, but ultimately the power of the circle will bring everybody back. And the lesson of having someone going off the beat and taking you down with them, because you're a little not sure on the beat.
All here in St. Augustine.
Are you coming in, honey? Come in, come in. Welcome.
Thank you.
Come take a seat. And such beautiful young ones. We love to have you young ones.
So tonight's drumming circle, she's claiming to be, what tribe are you tonight, Sharon? Never mind. Here, Tupperware section. Hurry up, follow in. Rain, Tupperware, fill the Tupperware. Here you go.
Wait a minute, where's my Puerto Rican buddy? I mean, is that bad?
Marika.
Ben, what have you got? Turn, I think. Take pictures.
Okay.
Okay? No, right here. This is Liza, this is Ed. Does anybody know who
So, Eris, be the dinger. Okay, come to order.
Now we will hand it over to one eagle. Okay.
Great Spirit, a lot of new things are going on right now. Always keep your heart open and pray for rain. Oh. Be directed to the center. If anybody wants to get
Right at Michael.
the music, the sound you hear will be directed for that person.
You don't have any major questions about those, so I'm going to give you that on over one by one, because you've got to start practicing.
The first Thursday and the third Thursday in the African American tradition, where he's got the big drums, the stand-up drums. And I do the second and the fourth Thursday, and that's more Native American. It's the drum beat and the low amplitude of that beat that relaxes the brain and the neurons and the nerve cells, which then come into tune with the vibratory rates of the invisible worlds. And rhythm is the pulse of life, and it affects all the physical energies. And it's found in all of life, and it's the heartbeat of Mother Earth, and it's the heartbeat of humans, animals, and plants. So this is why a drum or a rhythmic instrument is used to connect with the forces of nature. And the drumming circle will have a life of its own, where we'll be drumming, and then sometimes, which I will particularly mention tonight, I like to speed up the rhythm, and it brings more energy and more vibration, and people just feel that surge of power. And then it just kind of crescendos, and then as it slows back down, then it just kind of dissipates and slowly ends on its own. The main reason why we even come to Lilydale is because we try to find balance, and we try to find discipline within ourselves, unfold our own mind, body, spirit, and emotions. That's the holistic body. Drumming is used to induce an altered state of our mind, and that is our perceptions are extended to deeper levels. So by saying that, you may go into a light trance, and when you just listen to the drum of the beat, you can astral project to the plains or the Hawaiian Islands or the Aborigines in Australia. You know, we see these spirit beings in our mind's eyes, and they come and visit our circles. And it also affects our bodies, and our bodies have our own rhythm, and the drum synchronizes the heartbeat of our own life force. So I ask everybody to just be still and get centered, and to disconnect, you know, from our society and culture, and just be quiet and listen to your own heartbeat, and listen to that thump, 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 and express that onto your drum.
Come over here, the wind is going that way.
The oregano oil.
And my name is Craig Duke Thompson. I'm from Silver Creek. I have a pet project going on from my other drumming circle, and it's for a wood stove for a Navajo Native American family.
So tonight we're going to talk about the Celtic world, and we're going to celebrate Lammas. My family comes from the Isle of Man and Ireland itself, actually County Kildare. I'm the 16th daughter of the 16th daughter of the 16th daughter ad nauseum of Bridget, who is a notable Catholic saint, but before she was a notable Catholic saint, she also was a wonderful triple goddess. There was no time left to make cornbread. So instead of cornbread, we're having Timbits, but use your imagination, okay?
Thumbs to the left.
Thumbs to the left.
Hello, we're in Montreal. I can hear people singing. I'm listening for the drumming circle.
He's like the maestro, and I believe he joined some band here in Montreal. And you can find stuff for sale too in that place. Necklace, rings.
Some people dressed as aliens, you know, like big green.
I saw those people.
Aliens,
I saw
fairies, praying mantis.
Lion. It's a woman dressing up. She was from Middle East. She was dressing up like Billy Dancer with that clothes of Billy Dancer.
drum circle is the best drum circle I ever heard. I've just never heard that many good drummers all together. Oh, I think I could just lay in the, if I could get in the shade, I could lay there all day. Yeah. Oh, and I got a gift for Gani.
Because the statue where the drummers used to sit is under, that area is under construction, they had put up bleacher-like places for drummers to sit, but there wasn't enough room for 200-300 drummers. And so the drummers were all the way around the circle, which meant that for 4 hours I had a chance to sit right in the midst of people drumming beside me, in front of me, behind me.
Since 1998, it's like 8 years now. I used to go every Sunday and join Tam Tam afternoon. I played the bongos. There is bongos. They call it bongos. It's an instrument, African instrument.
There were at least a half a dozen people that were clearly the leaders, and they seemed to take turns starting the group and coordinating the group.
People take the drugs to be part of the drumming experience, or is it just an opportunity
No,
to get the
it's just a chance to get drugged. Most people who drug, they don't like to dance.
It felt less like a show because before you looked across the dancers over at the drummers, and this time you were in among the drummers.
To play 3 hours, tam-tam non-stop, it's not easy. It should be in good, very good condition.
Started out with a hat on, and then by later in the afternoon you could see where she was bald. So I wondered if she had had chemo or something. She had a very slow movement, but I thought that would be very healing. The man with the large drum, big hair, it was tall hair. He was very striking in his appearance, and he was very friendly in his smile and how he was greeting everybody else. I got a kick out of the contrast of children that had just learned to walk. So maybe they were 14 months, 24 months, and they were dancing to the beat. And then there we saw a lady who was perhaps over 80, and she was dancing, and so everybody was so included. This, you swam in the energy. It was just wonderful. Later on in 1994 that I spent time with a healer from California, Rosalind Burier, and she taught us a drum beat, and I'll show it. And what she taught was that the Bonpom people who were originally from Tibet and are now in India, and the African nation that she has contact with, both used that particular beat before they went to sleep. And the way she said it was, you wouldn't go to an airport and ask for a ticket to send me somewhere. Why would you go to sleep without setting your destination? And that particular beat was supposed to be the one that would take you to the etheric plane or mystical plane, whereby high teachers could come and join you, and you would travel together, but you wouldn't be caught in the astral plane, and you could do good works. So that would be a drum beat that many of us would use at night before we went to sleep.
Don't, that noise in the background is just ruining everything. I have to wait until I quit doing that.
Didn't want to go out? You want me to film while you blow it out?
No. I'm gonna get a close-up of this, and you want to light it again? Okay, now I want you to get a big breath of air and just go puff. Okay, that's great. Now, what else do you want to tell me?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's time for me to go for my acupuncture.